The Directorate for the Prevention of Trafficking in Persons under the Ministry of Internal Affairs has acknowledged a spike in cases of trafficking foreign nationals, especially the Somalis, Ethiopians, Eritreans and South Sudanese, from Uganda to Libya under the pretext of seeking employment. According to Kigenyi, most of the trafficked individuals fall victim of organ harvesting and subsequent held hostages, upon which various martyrs within Libya demand ransom from their families of about 17,000 to 25,000 US dollars. It is upon this that he called upon the foreign nationals community to fasten their vigilance against trafficking in persons by reporting to their association leaders.
These Somali nationals were actually being trafficked to Libya. And the situation that has been depicted from the cases indicate that those victims that are trafficked there are largely taken for organ harvesting. Now, unfortunately, once they end up in Libya, they end up in the deserts in the hands of the different militias that are self-organized. Now, these militias self-control, they run their own business, and they do not stop at this. They take videos of torture of these victims, and they get in touch with the parents of the victims and claim a ransom between 17,000 and 25,000 US dollars to have this victim released. This is how much and how far this can get. What is our call today? We have so many of our brothers and sisters in the country, and also the refugee context, those in the Somali community. There are those of us who are in the Eritrean community, the Ethiopians around Kansanga, Gaba Road. We are calling upon all of you. This vice is happening in your communities and you have kept quiet about it, and yet it is affecting the victims to this extent.
Kigenyi highlighted on the circumstances under which about 14 Burundi nationals were rescued in Gomba district by police.
Recently, we've had quite a number of cases upcoming, and the most recent one being about 14 Burundians. The 14 Burundians who were rescued by the police in Gomba from one perpetrator who was using them on the farm. They happened to rush to the police crying out about non-payment. Now, these 14 Burundians have been in the country since 2nd of November 2023 and were trafficked by two particular individuals, purportedly all in Burundian nationals. One, Ndayisenga Pierre. Ndayisenga Pierre happens to reside in Kampala mainly, but he's an agent, a go-between, who links the victims with the perpetrators. And the second person is Serungaya Shaban, who uses these names as a Ugandan, it's alleged, but with information is largely suspected to be a Burundian. Now, Serungaya also purports to work as a livestock dealer and also residing in Nakaseke district in Bukatira village. The two perpetrators are on the run, but police is working tirelessly to apprehend them.
In the same vein, Kigenyi sounded a warning to the Airtel Telecom company and Ugandans in general who are fond of assisting foreign nationals in obtaining Airtel SIM cards registered under Ugandan national identities.
This is quite disturbing, even in the security context, because you can imagine how non-Ugandans happen to have Airtel lines they are using, yet they are in the names of Ugandans. This is really, really dangerous for us and a call to us Ugandans for sure. And those agents that register SIM cards. This is a very, very careless sign of how they do register persons for SIM cards, because we expect that you need to put face to the ID that is being submitted, not to just register for the sake of making the money.
Joseph Kabali, UCTV.